Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a trade deal overnight, remembering Ozzy Osbourne. 2 big victory for Venus. And look who's here, Joe Buck. He woke up a little early. Breaking overnight. President Trump announcing a massive trade deal with Japan. This morning, what it means for the auto industry and which deal could be next. This as the president tries to turn the page on the Epstein files, escalating his attacks on former President Obama, with Obama firing back as the Justice Department prepares to meet with Epstein's former girlfriend and convicted co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell.
Judgment Day in the Idaho College murders case. New video showing the family of Brian Kohberger visiting him in jail before he is expected to get 4 life sentences as he comes face to face with the victims' families.
New details on the tragic death of Malcolm Jamal Warner. What we're learning about the attempt to save his life while he was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter. How she made it safely to shore. Plus, what Cosby Show co-star Raven-Symoné is saying this morning.
Crazy, but that's how it goes.
Remembering Ozzy Osbourne. This morning we celebrate the rock and roll icon who went from the Prince of Darkness to the first father of reality TV, passing away just weeks after taking the stage for his final concert, 5 years after revealing his Parkinson's diagnosis to me.
Monster malfunction. A giant tire flying off this monster truck and into a parking lot. ABC News exclusive.
Gosh, that was just awesome. What a beautiful turtle. Goodbye.
New video showing the moment a little boy was attacked by a shark while on vacation in the Florida Keys, costing him his leg. His family telling us their story as he faces his fear head on.
And when there's a will, there's a Williams.
This night belongs to Venus Williams.
This morning, Venus with victories on and off the court.
My fiance is here and
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
It's not just any Wednesday. We got Joe Buck here with us at the desk. Yeah. So many of us love him from Monday Night Football, his years of calling football and baseball games. Great to have you here.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
We know it's a little early for you. You know, football game usually late. It's a little early, so we got you something, man. We got you a mug for some coffee. We got your alarm clock. There you go. Make sure you wake up early the rest of the week.
God. I don't know how you do this every day. Tip of the cap. Unbelievable. But it's great. Great. Thank you for having me. I'll try not to drive the ratings into the ground. We have a lot of news to cover, and we're going to talk a little bit of football with NFL training camps kicking off.
Because many eyes are on Josh Allen, the rookie Shedeur Sanders, and if this will be Travis Kelce's last season. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, cannot go without looking at Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. And there are more than 95 million Americans on alert for the dangerous heat, those football players included. Ginger is tracking it, and where it could feel like 116 degrees.
But we're going to begin with that breaking news overnight. President Trump announced a trade deal with Japan. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, has the details and what it could mean for the auto industry. Good morning to you, Mary.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Well, after months of negotiations, the president this morning is touting this as a, quote, great deal for everybody, saying it will create hundreds of thousands of jobs. The specifics, though, are still unclear, but if finalized, this would be the most significant trade deal Trump has achieved so far. Overnight, with less than 2 weeks before the White House's August 1st deadline for tariffs to take effect, President Trump announcing what he says is a massive trade deal with Japan, America's 5th largest trading partner.
I just signed the largest trade deal in history, I think maybe the largest deal in history with Japan.
The president posting on social media that Japanese exports to the U.S. will now face a 15% tariff, down from the 25% he previously threatened if Japan didn't make a deal with the U.S. That new 15% tariff extending to Japanese autos, putting them at a competitive advantage to other car makers who still face Trump's steeper 25% tariffs. In exchange, Japan agreeing to allow American automakers to sell their cars and trucks in Japan, and opening up the country to imports of U.S.-grown rice and other agricultural products. The president also announcing that Japan will make $550 billion in investments in the U.S., but he didn't provide details. Last year, the U.S. bought nearly $150 billion worth of Japanese goods, more than 1/3 of those cars and car parts. Now, the Japanese this morning are lauding this as a win-win, but a 15% tariff is still significant, higher than it was before Trump took office. The bottom line here, Americans could still face higher prices on products imported from Japan, everything from cars to electronics, if businesses have to pass along these costs to consumers. Michael.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility there, Mary. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. I'm going to turn now to the latest on President Trump facing pressure over the Epstein files. The Justice Department has announced that it wants to talk to Jeffrey Epstein's convicted co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's currently behind bars. Our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl, has the latest for us. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Michael. While President Trump continues to call the controversy over the Epstein files a hoax and says it is time to move on, he keeps talking about it. And his deputy attorney general is preparing to talk with Ghislaine Maxwell, who is now serving a 20-year prison sentence for conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse young women. This morning, as the Jeffrey Epstein saga rages on, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who until recently was President Trump's personal lawyer, is preparing to meet with Epstein's former companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year prison sentence for conspiring with Epstein to traffic underage girls. President Trump says talking with Maxwell wasn't his idea, but he's fine with it.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do, yeah.
This comes as Maxwell has been appealing her case, trying to get out of prison. Trump used to socialize with Epstein and Maxwell and was asked about her when she was arrested in 2020.
Do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly.
In an interview with Axios shortly after that, he wished her well yet again.
Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a person well?
I don't know that, but I do know that
she has. She's been arrested for that.
Her
you know that.
Friend or boyfriend,
Epstein,
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck.
Trump and some of his top allies spent years stoking shadowy conspiracy theories about Epstein. But now his administration has backed off a promise to release the full FBI files on Epstein.
The president's staff, administration, his own children, his vice president have promised that these files would come out. And now we're being told it's a hoax. It doesn't wash.
The House Oversight Committee Tuesday voted to subpoena Maxwell to testify. But Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, a close ally of the president, announced Congress is going into early recess this summer, avoiding any more votes on the Epstein case. The Trump administration is falsely claiming that Obama deliberately manufactured and politicized intelligence reports about Russian interference in the 2016 election. In a rare rebuke, Obama fired back, his spokesman pointing to the, quote, widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. Obama noted that those findings were affirmed by Republicans in Congress at the time, including Trump's now Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. The Obama spokesman adding, quote, these bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. The Justice Department won't say when Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche will meet with Maxwell or where. She's currently serving her sentence in a federal prison in Florida. Maxwell's attorney tells ABC News they are in discussions with the government, saying in a statement, quote, Ghislaine will always testify truthfully. Michael?
All right, John, thank you so much for that. And everybody will be paying attention for sure. And Joe? You're up in the batter's box.
Oh, yeah, and I left it last night. The heat in the Midwest is absolutely gross. We turn to the scorching heat across the country. More than 95 million Americans are on alert for dangerous heat and humidity. Ginger is tracking the hot spots and where it could feel like 116 degrees. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. So not just gross, but you said it, dangerous. And the CDC has now confirmed nearly 10,000 Americans have died by heat in just the last 5 years. So when we talk about, yes, it's July, yes, it's just summer, and it feels like 116 in a place that I know Joe knows very well, St. Louis, we're serious. When you don't have proper hydration or access to air conditioning, a place like St. Louis can be dangerous today. Hazy, humid all the way down the Mississippi River. You see Jackson, Mississippi to New Orleans in extreme heat warnings, but the heat advisories have now expanded Cleveland, Cincinnati, over into the Northeast. And speaking of the Northeast, Michael, we get the core of this on Friday that feels like from Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia and New York City will be above 100. Michael.
All right, Ginger, thank you for that. A lot of hot people out there. We're going to turn now to sentencing day in the Idaho College murders case as Bryan Kohberger comes face to face with the families of the students. Our Kanan Whitworth is in Boise, Idaho for us. Good morning, Kanan.
Yeah, Michael, good morning. So this will be the only opportunity that friends and family have to directly address the man convicted of killing their loved ones. They anticipate an emotional day in court and a packed courtroom. You can see behind me here, the line started last night. Some people driving in from out of state to be here.
This morning, as Bryan Kohberger prepares to learn his fate, new video showing some of his family visiting him on the eve of his sentencing. He's expected to receive 4 consecutive life sentences for the murders of Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle, who he stabbed to death in an off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho, in the fall of 2022.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
The former criminology student confessed to the murders as part of a plea deal earlier this month that took the death penalty off the table.
As it relates to murder in the first degree for the murder of Kaylee Gonzalez, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The Gonzalez family planning to attend and make an impact statement as they plead with investigators for more details.
We've gone all this time not knowing the details, and we really want those details.
We want to hold him accountable for all those details.
And this morning, a looming question. Could the killer provide those answers himself?
The judge can compel Kohberger to admit his guilt. He also can ask him additional questions if the judge feels as though it's warranted. We know that the family is looking for a lot of answers, such as motive and other things. Those are not typically things that they will find out at this type of hearing.
Once he's sentenced, he'll be handed over to the Idaho Department of Corrections and could be sent to Idaho's only maximum security institution.
All right, we're heading in.
More than 500 inmates inside the prison.
This is the long-term restrictive housing. The inmates here spend 23 hours a day in their cells, and when they are moved, they are restrained.
The grounds surrounded by double fences with razor wire all around.
Now, the defense team telling ABC News in a statement they do not plan on providing any evidence or information after sentencing today, but we do anticipate hearing from law enforcement as well as lead prosecutor Bill Thompson because, Robin, as you know, there's so many questions to be answered.
A lot of questions, and we continue to think of all those families. Kana, thank you. Now, a potential disaster averted at an airport in Mexico. A Delta jet aborting takeoff when another plane landed in front of it on the same runway. Our transportation correspondent, Gio Benitez, is there at Newark Airport with the details for us. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yeah, just think about this. About 2/3 of a football field. That's about 200 feet. And that is all that separated these two planes. And it's just truly terrifying to think about what could have happened here.
Wow. Increíble.
This morning, a very close call involving Delta and Aeromexico planes in one of the busiest airports in North America. The Delta jet with 150 people on board was cleared for takeoff, picking up speed down the runway at Mexico City International Airport when air traffic control cleared an Aeromexico jet to land on that very same runway. The Delta jet reaching about 60 miles per hour. The pilots saw that aircraft flying right over them as it came in for landing and slammed on its brakes, just 200 feet apart, aborting takeoff.
There are parallel runways at Mexico City, so we don't know if the controller told the Aeromexico aircraft to land on the left-hand and not the right-hand runway where the Delta jet was.
Delta is praising its pilots, saying, "We appreciate the flight crew's actions to maintain situational awareness and act quickly." Aeromexico saying it's working with authorities. It's the second major near miss in just the past week. Friday, a Delta regional jet coming in for landing at Minot International in North Dakota made a hard turn after spotting a B-52 bomber. And the Air Force blamed that private air traffic control at the airport. We've reached out to that private company and they are not commenting. Michael?
All right, Gio, thank you for that. And we're going to go now to Hershey. They are rolling out higher prices, and the bump in chocolate prices could arrive, of course, just in time for Halloween. Sam, you have all the details for us.
Let's put it all into context, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here's a little bitter news for our sweet tooth. Hershey's is on track to increase its prices for chocolate treats. The company hasn't revealed exactly how much more we're all going to pay, but they're saying the hikes will be in the lower double digits. So let's just do a little bit of math. It's definitely more than 10%. Known to millions as the maker behind some of our favorites, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Kit Kat bars, Kisses. That's it. That's it. It's the Kisses. And all the varieties of Hershey's chocolate bars, and of course, the mother ingredient, Hershey's cocoa powder. The company says the hike comes down to a surge in costs for cocoa, partially due to supply chain problems. Hershey's released a statement saying this change is not related to tariffs or trade policies. It reflects the reality of the rising ingredient costs, including the unprecedented cost of cocoa. Cocoa prices have been going higher over the last 2 years and even hit a record high back in December. That was painful, so it's a good thing eating chocolate is soothing. Prices have cooled a bit recently, though, and the cost of cocoa is at an 8-month low right now. But Hershey's is telling us we could see the first increase in prices in about 90 days. And as Michael so rightfully told us, it puts us right around Halloween when many of us are buying up those big bags of candies for trick-or-treating.
Okay, what's your favorite?
Oh, Kisses.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like the Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah.
Please, bring them on.
All right, I know I'm the new guy here, but what if they do this? What if they put 5 golden tickets into chocolate bars?
Willy Wonka. I think that's been written.
That's been done?
I think that's been done. I mean,
those golden tickets would be like to a park?
Yeah, or they could go in and visit. All right. Anyway,
I feel it.
Here's great news for all of us. The NFL teams are kicking off their race to Super Bowl 60 with training camp. Lara's here with some intriguing storylines. Good morning, Lara.
Yeah, we did a little picking around there. It's time to pack up those shoulder pads and report for duty. Starting with Jalen Hurts, quarterback of the Super Bowl championship. Philadelphia Eagles checking in and ready to roll as 26 of the NFL's 32 teams begin training camp. In Missouri, we go now to Travis Kelce's Summer of Love. It is back on hold as he clocked in for his 13th season with the Chiefs. By his side, receiver Rashee Rice, the third-year star, sentenced to 30 days in jail, 5 years probation after a high-speed car accident in Dallas last year. Rice has apologized, but he could still face a possible suspension from the league. Over to Buffalo now, the $330 million man, Josh Allen, getting back to work after a massive contract extension and a spring wedding to actress Haley Steinfeld. And in Cleveland, the four-way race for the quarterback job is now underway. Rookie Shedeur Sanders looking to show coaches he is ready for the big time, but he'll have to outshine a deep bench, including Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel. And last, but certainly not least, Pittsburgh, where training camp starts today, and Aaron Rodgers saying his first season as QB there will also be his last. He did a press conference, guys, and he said, and when he's done, do not look for him. You will not find him. Yeah. He wants out of the public eye.
Okay, right. Whoa.
Not bad, right, Joe?
I'm happy. I don't
really,
have to do that
really
anymore.
well.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I see training camp, I just laugh at it. Enjoy.
You did. Especially in your latter years, you never showed up. Guys, we're going to remember Ozzy Osbourne. From heavy metal's Prince of Darkness to the first father of reality TV with the Osbournes and the exclusive never-before-seen video of that boy being bitten by a shark. He shares his story with us.
All right, coming up, we'll make my favorite breakfast burritos with Eat Like a Legend cookbook author, Chef Dan Churchill.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
You're invited back. We're getting burritos.
Venus Williams back with a bang.
And back here on GMA, 7-time Grand Slam champion, 45-year-old Venus. I want to say 45-year young Venus Williams. That was a big win on the court. Also had a big announcement after. We're going to have all the details. That's coming up with Lara in our play of the day.
Yeah, congrats to her. Looking forward to that. But first, new at 7:30, a New York man was indicted on federal charges for allegedly building homemade improvised explosive devices. Well, he's accused of hiding at least 5 of them on rooftops and throwing one on the subway track. The U.S. attorney credited swift work by law enforcement with averting a tragedy. Also, Eric Menendez is seeking to be freed from prison after he was hospitalized with a medical condition that his attorney says is so serious it warrants his release. The daughter of Menendez's wife posted on social media, "My dad is in the hospital due to passing a kidney stone. Please keep him in your prayers. Sources tell ABC News his condition may be even more complicated. Eric and Lyle Menendez will find out after a 2-day hearing in late August whether the parole board recommends they be released from prison.
And take a look at this monster truck show near Seattle. A giant tire flying off the truck, bouncing all the way into the parking lot nearby. It landed on a car, crushing the windshield and roof. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
The wheel did all of that damage.
Yeah, I guess they're known for crushing cars. Just not in the parking lot, though. That's the only problem. All right, we're going to turn now to Ozzy Osbourne. This morning, we're remembering the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. And Robin, I know you sat down with him a few years ago.
And Michael, that's when he revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis. His health, we know, took a toll on him in recent years, but he had a truly groundbreaking career, which saw him go from heavy metal icon to reality TV dad. From the Prince of Darkness to the doting dad of reality TV.
I love you all. I love you more than life itself.
Born John Michael Osbourne in 1948 in Birmingham, England, the high school dropout would later be known to the world as just Ozzy, a rock music legend and pop culture icon.
I'm Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness.
Ozzy first gained prominence as the heavy metal frontman of Black Sabbath.
Can you help me?
Their shows were notoriously raucous. Osbourne infamous for his drug use, once biting the head off a bat on stage.
All I did was get out there and make a mistake of biting the head off a bat. And I tell you what, guys, it ain't fun when you get them rabies shots.
In 1979, Sabbath fired Osbourne for his hard, partying ways. In 1982, Osbourne married Sharon, the daughter of Black Sabbath's manager. She quickly assumed responsibility for Ozzy's career.
This particular tour is probably the most expensive tour Ozzy has ever done.
Isn't that lovely?
Including all 13 of his solo albums, which spawned several massive hits. The couple created Ozfest to celebrate the heavy metal music they helped define.
Welcome to Ozfest.
They shared 3 children, Amy, Kelly, and Jack. 2 of them agreed to star in the family's groundbreaking MTV hit, The Osbournes, about their everyday lives.
I'm begging of you, Sharon. I'm begging you, no more animals. Please.
The show, a rating smash for 4 seasons, the image of the formerly fearsome Ozzy replaced with that of a funny father and loving husband.
What's in your hair, Carol? Chewing or something?
I know. It's a flower.
Wow! In the past few years, health issues began to take a toll on Osbourne. In 2020, I went to his home where he revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis. What do you want Ozzy's fans to know?
Oh.
I feel better now. I've owned up to the fact that I have a case of Parkinson's. And I just hope they hang out in there for me because I need them.
Your fans aren't going to leave you, Ozzy.
I hope not, because I'm my heir, you know.
Why are you crying right now?
Because it just means so much to him what he does. He loves to perform, and this is the longest he's ever been home. And it's time for him to get back on the road because he's driving me mad.
His love of putting on a show never faded.
When I get on the stage, something takes over. My spirit becomes alive.
Last year, Ozzy inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a second time.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
He launched a podcast with his family.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Jack.
Sharon.
And I'm the boss, Ozzy.
And just weeks ago, on July 5th, the 76-year-old rocked the stage for his final show, a one-night-only benefit concert that reunited him with Black Sabbath in their hometown in England. On Tuesday, his family put out a statement reading, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love."
don't give up. When I retire, I'll hear the sound of soil going over my leaves. My life's been incredible.
He said his life was incredible. You know, he loved his family and he loved his fans, and he left quite an impression. His music will live on. That final concert will have a lasting impact as well. It is the highest grossing charity concert of all time, raising more than $190 million for 3 charities. I knew some people who were there for that concert. They said he rocked out.
How about being able to turn it on like that?
Yeah.
That close to death.
Yeah.
It was less than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Knowing his condition.
Yeah. Impacted a lot.
He did.
I feel like I grew up with Ozzy.
Yeah.
Rock on.
All right, thank you. Great job there, Robin.
An ABC News exclusive with the little boy who survived a shark bite that cost him his leg. 3 years later, he's telling a story of resilience and recovery. Sam is back with the story and video of this incident.
Yeah,
Sam.
and Joe, this young boy's bravery is just, I think, an example for all of us. Jamison Reeder Jr. told us he was happy to be alive shortly after the shark encounter in the waters of the Florida Keys. His positivity, his faith have been essential to his recovery, and now he truly is thriving and facing down his fears. This morning, you're seeing this first. Video showing the moment 10-year-old Jamison Reeder Jr. was brutally attacked by a 9-foot bull shark, losing his right leg. Jamison Jr. was holding a GoPro camera, capturing this footage of a turtle as he snorkeled in Lou Key, near Big Pine Key in the Florida Keys.
Gosh, that was just awesome. What a beautiful turtle. Goodbye.
In just seconds, the unthinkable happened. The camera drops to the ocean floor. You can see the shark's fin as it bites the lower part of the boy's leg.
Once it started shaking me, it yanked my head back.
Now, nearly 3 years after the day that changed their lives forever, the Reeder family sharing their story in a new book, Rescue at the Reef, speaking with our Victor Oquendo.
The message is there is hope and healing.
The Reeders first spoke with ABC News just 3 weeks after Jamison Jr. was attacked. Still in intense pain, Jamison squeezing a stuffed animal named Hedgie as he felt a sharp sting in his leg.
When I squeeze, the pain goes away.
Good job, yes.
Now 13 years old, Jamison has had 6 surgeries, with more to come as he grows.
He blows our mind every day. It's been almost 3 years. He gets up every day and puts that leg on like nothing.
Jamison Jr., let me see that shirt. What does it say there?
It says, before you ask, it was a shark.
And he's faced his fears head on, returning to the reef where the attack happened.
I was a little scared before I jumped in, and I wanted to go in, and for a split 2 seconds, it was like a whole flashback of the whole shark attack just because of the environment of the whole reef. But I knew I had the Lord, and so I popped up and I just had a lot of fun.
To see him reclaim that from fear was such, I think, not just victory for him and all of us, but for so many people who've been following the story and do it with so much joy and strength. And that was the epitome of that day, joy and strength.
Jamison's prosthetic leg, which has an image of a great white shark on it, hasn't gotten in the way of his love of sports. An inspiration to us all, he's playing baseball and even learned how to surf.
It's like I was born again. I had to learn how to walk, run, jump, and all that stuff. And I was a pitcher before the shark attack, and I'm trying to get back to it. But I've had some tough times and pain through some baseball games, but with how good prosthetics are getting, I actually have no more pain now playing baseball.
I think he'll get to pitching, right? It's the kind of strength we can all draw from. Rescue on the Reef is available right now. Now, we're in the middle of a busy beach season, guys, and it's important to know that the bull shark population is on the rise, and it is closer to shore. We've got these warmer waters and warmer currents that are getting close to shore. Just be aware of your environment to the way that you can.
Yeah, we got to admire that young man's faith.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So brave.
Very
Thank
brave.
you for bringing that to us, Sam. I love Joe's expression during the commercial. We're all like, he's like, what is
I don't know where to look. I don't know what to say. You guys are all buzzing around.
It's called control.
Crazy.
It's called controlled chaos.
Yeah, I know. It's
good
nuts.
energy, though, right? It's fun.
It's good energy.
Let's
yes.
go.
Back now, play of the day. Lara has the latest on Venus Williams and some big victories.
Robin, we love her and we
do.
love this story. Good for you, Venus. What a night for the 7-time Grand Slam champ, 45 years young. Venus winning her match at the DC Open, and in doing so, has become the oldest player to win a tour-level singles match in more than 21 years. Guys, the person who did it before her?
Yeah.
Oh, that lady.
Oh.
All-time great Martina Navratilova. She was 47 at the time of her win, Wimbledon 2004. But what makes this even more impressive is that this was Venus's first singles match in 16 months, and she beat 23-year-old Peyton Stearns, who, oh, by the way, is ranked 35th in the world, and she did it in straight sets.
Wow.
To give context here on the age gap, Venus had won 4 Grand Slams before Peyton was a zygote.
A medical term.
Yes, exactly. After her signature victory swirl, she had some news to share in her post-game interview. Check it out.
Yes, my fiance is here, and he really encouraged me to keep playing. And there were so many times where I just wanted to coast and kind of chill.
Oh, no chilling now. Venus, congratulations. There she is, confirming she is in fact engaged to 37-year-old actor, former model Andrea Preti. Lots of good things happening for Venus right now as she prepares to play again tomorrow. Buckle up. It's number 5 seed Magdalena Frech, and she will have a battle, but she said she's ready.
Yeah,
she feels it.
Looks good to have her back on the court.
Yeah, so
All right.
good.
Thanks, you. Coming up, Shooter McGavin is back. Christopher McDonald tells us about the long-awaited Happy Gilmore sequel. Come on back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Dangerous heat wave. More than 95 million Americans on alert. Feeling as hot as 116 degrees in some spots. With the heat taking aim at the northeast, Ginger is tracking it.
Stressing out over sleep? How devices to track everything from heart rates to steps to shut-eye.
It's just like too much data.
Can actually make it harder to get the sleep you need. How to know when it becomes a problem, and what you can do to take back control from orthosomnia.
And 4, Shooter McGavin is back.
Shoot on that, baby!
We're hitting the green with Christopher McDonald talking Happy Gilmore 2. His hope for hacks.
And he's here to say,
Woo! Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
good morning, America. You got to love Christopher. Shooter McDonald. I mean, you can't be getting better than that. You know, we're looking forward to catching up with Christopher McDonald a little bit, but Joe Buck is here. Joe, you told us you enjoy a high-protein breakfast burrito in the morning.
I mean, first of all, who doesn't?
Yeah, true.
Secondly, for those of you who bet the over, you win. I made it past 1 hour on Good Morning America. And the GMA team asked one of their favorite chefs, Dan Churchill, to come in and show everybody how to make a protein burrito. Look at all I see is hair. Look at this guy's hair. That's all I see. I'm looking forward to digging into one of those in just a second.
You couldn't like pizza?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
I do love a breakfast burrito. I will admit.
All right.
I'm happy.
I'm outnumbered.
You're out?
I'm outnumbered.
You don't what?
I will this morning. For you, Joe, I'll do it. Also at Uber, launching a new program for women riders. You're going to hear about it first right here on GMA.
But first, let's take a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with new details on the passing of actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. The Cosby Show star drowned Sunday during a family vacation in Costa Rica, and we're learning more about what happened. Victor Okendo is on the scene in Costa Rica for us. Good morning again, Victor.
Good morning, Michael. This all happened at one of the most dangerous beaches in all of Costa Rica, known for its year-round rip currents. Officials tell us Warner was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter when they got caught in a rip. Surfers were able to save his daughter, but Warner would not survive. This morning, new details surrounding the tragic death of acclaimed actor Malcolm Jamal Warner. An autopsy report revealing Warner drowned, dying by asphyxiation by submersion, and was ruled accidental. What did you see? ¿Qué viste? This officer telling us on Sunday the 54-year-old was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter when surfers spotted them struggling and dove in to help. One surfer using his board to bring the little girl safely to shore, but others had to pull Warner and another surfer from the ocean. Both surfers survived, but Warner was unresponsive.
And they spent a long time trying to bring him back.
They did. Yeah, it was at least 30 minutes, probably closer to 45.
Playa Grande, where the drowning occurred, is known for having some of the most dangerous rip currents in Costa Rica. Warner playing Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, that bright-eyed teen growing up in front of our eyes.
Uncle Theo's taking you to the village.
There you go.
His co-star Raven Simone hosting a tribute to the man she called her big brother.
He was a beacon. He was one of the most multifaceted, talented men, so gentle. And my heart and soul and hugs and kisses go out to his daughter and his wife and his mother.
Those surfers, lifeguards, first responders all tried to resuscitate Warner, but it was too late. He is survived by his wife and daughter. Michael?
Incredibly sad.
Very, very sad situation there. Thank you. We're going to turn now to the dangerous heat that's putting more than 95 million Americans on alert. Let's go back to Ginger, who's tracking the hotspots. Good morning again, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. So it already feels like 88 degrees in St. Louis this morning, but they're going for a heat index up to 116. They are in that extreme heat warning, as are so many others down the Mississippi River, Paducah, Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi to New Orleans. But those heat advisories have spread out. Now Chicago's right in it. They'll get some of the hottest air of the season. Cincinnati and Cleveland over into the Northeast like Boston. So we're going to get it by Friday from Boston down through Philadelphia. Look at those feels like in Washington, D.C., 106, Savannah, 105. But that's not the end of it, because then it kind of suppresses. This big ridge hangs out over the southeast. So look at early next week. Those numbers just popping in. Savannah by Tuesday feels like 111, 112 on Monday. Tampa will be hot, Charlotte and Atlanta too. Guys, it's not going to be over.
It's not. All right, Ginger. We have a GMA exclusive now. Uber announcing a new feature that connects women riders with women drivers. Becky Worley is here. You got those details for us? Good morning.
I do. Good morning, Robin. Today, Uber announcing a pilot program called Women Preferences, where women riders can choose to have a female driver. Also, female Uber drivers can set a preference for booking women riders. It'll debut in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Detroit in a few weeks. And if successful, they hope to expand this nationwide. Now, Uber has faced scrutiny in the past over safety for women riders and drivers, and the company says the Women Preferences pilot is something that's come directly from user feedback. Women want more of a sense of safety from the app. So here's how it works. For riders, they can request a female driver on demand, but it's only about 1 in 5 Uber drivers nationwide that are female, so it's not guaranteed. Or you might have to wait a longer time if you want that option. Another way to do this, riders can reserve in advance. That gives more probability that the female driver request can be honored. Or the third way is to set a preference for women drivers, which increases your chances of being matched with one but doesn't guarantee it. For drivers, they simply toggle on an option to be matched with a woman. And in case you were wondering, men cannot opt in to choose women drivers. So it's a really interesting program. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's been implemented in other countries with great success.
Started in Saudi Arabia when women first got the right to drive. So it has been tried out.
And make women feel safer. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much for that. Becky, coming up in our GMA morning menu, why devices that track your sleep may actually be keeping you awake. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here to explain and tell us how to get the rest we need.
Also, we had the tributes from the music world pouring in for Ozzy, from his heavy metal bandmates to Elton John. That's coming up in Pop News, Joe.
And get ready for deals and steals to turn back the clock. Tori Johnson is here with the founders of the companies offering the big savings. That's coming up. And Lara and Sam have a special guest. Guys?
Hey, Joe. Yeah, because... Hi.
So Happy Gilmore is back up after almost 30 years, and you cannot have Happy without this guy.
Or Gilmore. Or Happy Gilmore without you. All right. Christopher McDonald is Shooter McGavin, and we're going to hear all about the new movie. Do you want to put the skills to the test?
Well,
here it goes.
We're doing it. We're
really
doing
good.
We're going to have a lot of fun coming up on Good Morning America.
Oh! Just lifted out the pressure. There's no curve. Oh, baby.
Oh, a little cloudy, but still beautiful blue skies out there, and the weather's
That's
nice.
the way to
nice
see
day.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Glass half full. That's right.
Exactly.
Wow. See what they do, Joe?
You're not allowed to be in a
I'm
Don't say
I'm
nothing
taking
here.
it all in.
Say anything here, Joe, they gang up on you. That's how you do it.
I'm with you. I got you.
And we're back now with our GMA cover story on those wearable devices many of us use to track our health and sleep habits. The tech holds benefits, but for some, it can become an obsession, hurting your sleep more than it helps. And we're going to talk to Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Tara Narula in a moment. But first, she brings us that story.
Millions of Americans are turning to devices to keep track of everything from heart rates to steps and even sleep trackers.
I like the data. I think that was like the big draw. Sleep has always mattered a lot to me, and I would always get a little stressed if I knew I wasn't going to sleep enough.
For 29-year-old Nancy Chen, a marketing manager who moonlights as a boxing instructor, the device became a problem of its own.
I think it was this cycle of I knew that my sleep score was going to be bad, and then I was kind of like stressed about it. It's just like too much data.
For people like Nancy, the constant monitoring led to a condition known as orthosomnia.
Orthosomnia refers to individuals for whom tracking may have become or is potentially stressful. The information they receive stresses them out, and then it causes them to struggle the next night.
And the harder they try to control their sleep, the worse it gets. While health trackers can have many benefits, Dr. Robbins says those triggered tend to be perfectionists or type A personalities.
The thing about sleep is it's not always going to be perfect every night. Sleep is a function of all of the things that we experience in a typical day, and some of that might be stressful.
While there are many benefits to health trackers, if you're someone experiencing stress from them, Dr. Robbins recommends putting your tracker in a drawer and returning to some healthy sleep strategies.
Unwinding before bedtime, calming your mind, using some breathing activities, journaling before bedtime, a warm shower, filling the moments before we want to be falling asleep with healthy, relaxing activities.
Well, let's bring in Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Tara Narula. And Doc, thank you for being here with us, of course. So many people, you turn to these, everyone's wearing the rings and the wristbands and everything else to keep up with the steps, your heart rate, and more. But when did it turn from like healthy to an obsession?
Yes, well, Becky Worley just showed me her Oura Ring, and I heard you're not a fan of trackers, but
yeah.
For a lot of people, these can be really empowering. So getting information about your health and data can actually help you make good choices. You can actually bring that information to your doctor, and it can help them with your care. So if you find that these trackers are making you feel good, helping you make good choices, achieve your goals, then this is the right fit. On the other hand, if you find you're excessively checking your data, it's interfering with your life, it's making you anxious or depressed or down because you're not achieving those perfect numbers, then it's probably not the right fit. And so there's some patients where I'll say, please stop using that device. I can tell it's making you anxious. And then there's other people that will bring me spreadsheets of their data and they feel very excited about it. And for them, it's the right thing. So it really depends on the person.
See, I try to embrace it, but I would feel like I had a good night's sleep, and I look at my data and go, you only had 1 minute of REM, exactly. And then I go, oh, I'm so tired. It was kind of psychologically affecting me. But for people who use this, what should you be looking for?
Well, as a cardiologist, there are certain data points that are helpful. So certainly we talk about lifestyle factors as preventative. 80% of cardiovascular disease is based on your lifestyle choices. So things like sleep can be helpful to track. Are you getting 7 to 9 hours activity? How many steps are you taking? Your diet, your calorie intake. Even some of these devices will tell you about your stress and how to promote mindfulness and mental health. And then, we think about heart rate notifications, or what is your average heart rate? Are you having any irregular heart rate notifications or irregular rhythms? So all of that data is helpful for me as a cardiologist.
Yeah, and I think there's so many benefits to this, but what do you recommend to people to strike a balance?
So perspective is a big one. So if you're doing all of this, bring the information to your doctor so they can put it in perspective. They can tell you, is the information you're getting accurate? Do you need further tests to work up whatever you're finding? Is what you're getting even relevant for you? The other thing, small changes ultimately end up in big changes. So even though you're getting discouraged that you're only seeing certain numbers, keep the big picture in mind. I think also you cannot strive for perfection. So really important, you're never going to achieve those perfect numbers, and that's okay. And then this should absolutely not replace the visit to the doctor. That's the first thing. We don't want you to get falsely assured that just because your numbers are good, you can skip the doctor's appointment. And also, if you're feeling something, a symptom or you're seeing something coming up on your tracking devices, bring it to your doctor's attention. We want you to listen to your body ultimately. And sometimes, Michael, it's just nice to put the devices away and just live your life and stop looking at your numbers. So it's okay to do that too.
Oh, good. Now I have permission.
You have permission.
You haven't convinced me to try it again. And then I'm like, maybe I'll keep it put away for a while. All right. Thank you so much, Doc. I think very important what you just shared with us. Thank you. And we're going to time for pop news now with Lara. Lara, what you got?
All right, Michael, we will begin this morning honoring the life and legacy of rock legend Ozzy Osbourne, the 5-time Grammy winner known as the Godfather of heavy metal. His friends and his bandmates sharing their heartbreak with fans. His Black Sabbath bandmate, Tony Iommi, posting a series of photos on Instagram, writing in the caption, "There won't ever be another like him. Geezer, Bill, and myself have lost our brother." And his bandmate Geezer, Butler, writing, "Goodbye, dear friend. Thanks for all of those years. We had some great fun." And music legends are also paying tribute this morning, like Elton John, posting he was a dear friend and a huge trailblazer who secured his place in the pantheon of rock gods. He was also one of the funniest people I've ever met. And Duran Duran sharing this. Ozzy brought so much joy, humor, and raw power to the world in a life of many chapters. Ozzy was a cat who had way more than 9 lives. Yep. Alice Cooper also weighing in, calling Ozzy an unmatched showman and a cultural icon. Ozzy, as we all know, passed away just a couple of weeks after performing with Black Sabbath for what he called his last performance ever. And he will be dearly missed. I know you were so lucky to spend that time with him.
To be in their home, and I mean, he loved his family.
Yep.
And he was funny.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Really nice to remember him.
I think we also learned in that Osbourne's reality show, he was vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like he showed vulnerability, the humor that was talked about.
Yeah,
He had it all.
multifaceted, absolutely. Hey, also this morning, the Venice Film Festival has announced their lineup for the 82nd annual event. And guys, the stars will be shining bright in Italy, competing for the coveted Golden Lion. Get this, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, starring Oscar Isaac. Oh, I hope he comes to GMA. Alongside Jacob Elordi, who's having quite a career. Chloe Zhao's Hamnet, starring Paul Mescal and Emily Blunt. And Dwayne Johnson's new movie, The Smashing Machine. That's getting a lot of buzz. Other stars whose movies are debuting, this is unbelievable. Julia Roberts, George Clooney, Emma Stone, Al Pacino, Idris Elba, many, many more. A place to be is Venice. And on top of all of that, legendary actress Kim Novak is getting the Venice Film Festival's Golden Lion Lifetime Achievement Award. The Venice Film Festival is screening her documentary, Kim Novak's Vertigo. The festival kicks off in late August.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
And then finally, we're going to finish with a little bit of music. Hopefully we have it, but if not, just imagine that you're listening to Justin Bieber and his new album, because we can now confirm the man has swag. Just weeks after dropping his 7th studio album.
I'm imagining that I hear it right now.
It's weird. Me too, Sam. So, swag. Thank you, Lily, in the control room. You nailed it. Swag, the album has skyrocketed up the charts. The album's officially #1 on the Billboard R&B album chart. It's #2 on the Billboard 200, and it's officially one of the most consumed albums, topping Spotify and Apple's charts. And if it wasn't enough, Justin debuted 16 of Swag's 21 songs on the Hot 100, led by Daisies, that single, which is so great. It's sitting pretty at #2. Daisies also hitting the top 10. That cements Justin music history. He ties Janet Jackson now for 10th most top 10s in chart history. Congratulations. Well deserved. Great to have him back in the zeitgeist.
It is. It is time now for day 3 of our Deals and Steals Turn Back the Clock event. Tori Johnson is here with some small business owners, and they're going to tell us about the deals they're offering for our GMA viewers. Please welcome all these wonderful founders that we have.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm excited for Wendy to be here. Co-founded Urban Decay, which everybody knows and loves, but you got a new baby here.
I've got a new baby here. This is Cali Ray. It is made with clean, skin-loving ingredients, and the formulas last all day. Our best seller is this Come Hell or High Water mascara.
I love that.
It is clinically tested for 24-hour wear. It's a tubing formula, so you are never going to get smudging under your eyes, yet it volumizes, conditions lashes, and removes easily. And while we are talking about eyes, this is Hideaway. If you want that bright, lifted under eye look, but you don't want to see the makeup, Hideaway is the solution.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a lightweight hydrating serum that conceals, corrects, and illuminates under the eyes without ever creasing.
Trifecta there.
And guess what? Wendy's really hooked us up because everything's slashed in half plus free
shipping. Thank you, Wendy, for the deal. All right. So
Carol
do the introductions.
New Face, Sculpt, Lift, Smooth, all in one device.
Right. New Face is known as the 5-minute facelift. With the New Face, the microcurrent, you're gliding, you work on the neck, the face, lift the eyes, all in 5 minutes. Also, this comes with interchangeable heads, which is the red LED light. So the red LED light, what it does, you know how we get wrinkles around the mouth, the forehead? Well, you just place this here and till the beep, and then you move on to the next
5 minutes, get it all, and it's 50% off today.
All right, Carol.
Please hook us up. All right, Robin, stretch marks, scarring, any kind of sagging skin, Mary's got the solution for us.
Yes, we've combined clean ingredients with science for real proven results. This is our best seller, our stretch mark cream. Can reduce the appearance of stretch marks by 92% within 8 days.
Within 8 days?
It's our best seller for a reason. Wow. We also have a firming body serum that is really an anti-aging peptide heavy. It helps firm, lift, and glow. And then my personal favorite, our scar cream. This can be used on any origin of scar, new or old, scrapes, burns, incisions, and it's kid safe. It's in every mom's medicine cabinet. It's awesome.
Do you know how many people in our studio are so excited to have Mary here?
So happy to be here.
Mary's a big influencer, and not just this product developer, but so many people here love you. I'm excited you brought us your products and at 50% off.
Oh, Mary,
at 50% off.
For having me.
Hey,
okay.
Haven't I seen this?
Okay, yes, you have.
Seen this?
You have. But maybe what you don't know is that your makeup artist started in your kitchen 8 years ago. Now Sona has the #1 selling eyeliner on TikTok shop. But it's not just for the kids. I saw videos of women like me and I was like, yes, sold.
That's right. This formula was formulated with color theory in mind, and it really does make your eyes pop. And the best part is that it's ultra creamy, so it glides on. It doesn't pull, it doesn't tug, so it's mature skin friendly, beginner friendly. And once it sets, it's not going anywhere. It is truly a 24-hour waterproof formula.
So good. And Elena tested all of these. She was so excited about this. Our whole glam team is excited about this. You guys, plum and chocolate. That's my little pro tip to you. Plum and chocolate, grab them all 50% off today.
I love how she
amazing.
said mature skin.
Mature skin. Exactly. Exactly. All right. I've got hair care royalty here.
Thank you.
It is so rare.
It's an honor to be here. We love being on Steals and Deals.
Thank
It's a 10 has been participating for
a
years.
long time.
Yes.
Holy Grail. The self-funded.
Holy Grail.
I just want to say, like, if people know the products, maybe what they don't know, self-funded, 100% owned.
Yes.
That is so rare.
And we're turning 20. So we've been around.
All right, but why is this the Holy Grail?
It is literally, we created the third step to every person's morning, men and women. Simple, easy to use, done 10 things in one bottle, and literally transforms your hair instantly, brings it to healthy, bouncy hair. We have 10 collections built around 10 different leave-ins, and at this time, we are not raising prices during tariffs, which a lot of brands are doing. So we love our clientele. We hope to get new clientele, and we're here to support you.
All right, Carolyn, thank you all very, very much. We partner with these companies. You can go on our website and find the deals. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
We do welcome you back, and Joe told us that he starts his day with a high-protein burrito. And with these early GMA hours, you want to keep the energy going. So
yes.
We brought our good friend here, author of the cookbook, Eat Like a Legend, Dan Churchill, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to show us how to make some delicious breakfast burritos to keep you going the whole morning. You see the tasting table over there.
The team's already ready.
We're
tucking in.
We're ready to go here.
We're tucking in.
Okay, so how do we get the protein and keep the fat down?
Yeah, well, I think it's awesome that Joe gets a segment, and the first thing he requests is a breakfast burrito. That's pretty awesome, man.
Why not?
We've got a couple options here today, guys. So we're going to start off with a lean option, so less fat, high in protein.
Right.
So nice ground turkey. You can also add in just some beans, which also have additional fiber. So that keeps it nice and lean, but also additional fiber there. We just got an egg white, so instead of doing a whole egg, you can just do the egg whites, which reduce the fat. So you combine those two. And Joe, you and I are about to put our hands dirty. You're going to follow me along here, right?
So, welcome, Joe.
Ready for this one?
Yes, I'm ready.
Do you make breakfast burritos yourself?
Yes, I have 2 7-year-old boys that are probably watching right now,
Okay.
Blake and Wyatt. This is what I do every day without fail. This is the kind of father I am.
This is what I do. This is what I do. We'll make sure you make them proud. So we're just going to add in some of our ground turkey here and our beans.
Here? You want me to do
Yeah,
this
exactly. You go for it as well. I like to do this kind of stuff where you make batches and can even be used for leftovers the next day. So if you have dinner, you can take the ground mix and do the same thing. Now we've got cheese here, cheddar. You can also do cottage cheese, which can be even lighter and higher in protein. Not a fan? No, don't do cottage cheese.
Never had it. Will never happen.
Never happen.
No.
All right. So I always think one of the funniest things when building a burrito is the ratio of actual content to then the fold. I don't mind if it goes over the top, but that's just me. So then you got here some little salsa.
Okay.
I like to also break down my spinach. It's more palatable to actually not just do
That's
raw.
a good
What do you
idea.
guys think? Enjoy
It's
that?
fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
all
You
about
can
the
thank me.
breakfast burrito.
Yeah, this is all chef. This is all chef.
on how he said dinner.
Right. Doesn't everything sound better with an accent? Like that fiber sounded better. I'm like, oh, I want fiber.
I want fiber now.
Right now, my wife is at home looking at this guy going, why can't Joe look like that?
We'll make sure you. That's awesome.
But look at yours compared. Joe, come on.
What do you want? I don't know.
Egg whites. Maybe this is a 2-minute drill. Here we go. 2-minute drill. Here we go. All right. So now here's the fold. There we go. I like that. I like.
Yeah.
You wash your hands, right?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go over the top, so you can get this back. Over the top.
key.
That's it. And
Yes.
then pull back.
Pull, tuck.
Tuck it in.
It's a pull and tuck.
Pull and tuck, and then fold in the edges, and then just fold it
Nicely
over.
done.
Oh.
There you go. And then you just
Such an
slice
expert.
I've had a breakthrough.
There we go. Kids are made
Hey,
proud.
Joe, you're the connoisseur, so you have to.
Okay.
You have to
Have a taste one?
Yes.
This is kind of the one we're doing.
Yeah, we're
Right,
doing
so,
that
come
one.
on.
So higher in
Yeah, great.
protein, leaner. So if you're trying to lose some weight, don't want to add on the additional fat.
What are you
this is a
trying
great
to say?
option. Dude, I'm looking at you every Sunday, and the guy's looking gas. You're
Thank
looking
you.
good, man. You're
Thank
looking
you.
great. You're looking great. So
That's outstanding.
it's good?
Yes.
Appreciate that. So next we got here is a classic burrito with potatoes. Now, for me, the smaller you go, the crispier and the quicker they cook. So when you're chopping up
love
your
that.
potatoes, making sure you do the same. I actually also grate them in a food processor. You can just put them in an air fryer, they're nice and crispy. So in here we just got some potatoes, some simple little bit of onion. You can see the size is quite small as well, along with some colored peppers. And that can just be your base. And similarly, if you're making a big batch of things for dinner, like potatoes or peppers, you can use them again the next day. So I always like to double my serving. So if I'm making a burrito like today, all I have to do is cook my eggs, put everything together. So that's what we're gonna do right now.
And these are whole eggs this time, not egg whites.
Exactly. So doing whole eggs. Now, eggs have all 20 amino acids when you use all of the whole egg itself. So, and they're the best bioavailable, which means best absorbed by the body. So whilst egg whites are great for reducing fat intake, whole eggs are great for getting all the 20 amino acids you want for your body.
At the body.
How is my body?
At the body.
At the body.
There's a massive revelation
Love
in
it.
this room.
I know.
All right, Chef Joe, here we go.
All
So
right.
add in your potato,
Yeah.
potatoes.
Get going.
Let's
Come
go,
on,
my
I'm
man.
trying.
Go, Ernie, keep here. All right, so
trying.
you got that. Potatoes down.
Yes.
Now, I prefer to actually add the eggs second. Reason for this is if you put them on top, they can kind of go everywhere. I know there's an architecture specific to building a burrito.
Sure.
This is a revelation right here. You know, this is great. What about me being in the commentary booth with you one day?
I think it sounds fantastic. Let me hear you say 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Perfect. You're in.
Proper second.
That's all I'd say. That's all I do.
Add in your favorite cheese on top, and then you've already done this.
Up the joint.
I've already done this, my guy. So let's see if you can fold it up the second time around. So here we go.
Okay, I can watch.
That.
Here we
You
go. Here we
pull
go.
and tuck. You go in. You go in.
Oh, come on.
And you go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Look at
Look
at that. Look at the improvement.
Oh,
Improvement. Look at the improvement.
We're going to put them side by side. Here we go.
I know.
Here we go. Look at that. Practice, my man.
I know.
You've been doing your OTAs.
Yes, exactly.
Approved over there at the tasting table as well?
Approved.
Yeah.
Well done,
Both
Happy.
of them were delicious. The turkey is amazing.
Yeah, the turkey adds
Pretty
something.
good in there. It's a great way to always just get the high protein you need. Obviously, great start today, and when you're here at Good Morning America early, you get the stuff done, my man.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dan.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Always good to have you here.
You too, mate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for breakfast.
You can get these recipes on goodmorningamerica.com.
You know, Happy Gilmore, it returned Friday in a highly anticipated sequel, and the movie wouldn't be complete without one of the originals, Shooter McGavin, played by our next guest, the Emmy-nominated Christopher McDonald. And we thought we'd have a little fun and get some practice in while we ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
You know, you're going to answer questions. We're going to let you putt first, okay?
All right.
You've been begging for the sequel for 30 years, man. So what was it like to finally return to Shooter McGavin?
I said, it's about time.
Oh,
Booyah!
my God.
Choke on that, baby. It's a shooter store. I kept telling him, I was like, come on, man, let's do this. But I wasn't the only one that was championing a sequel. He had a lot of people, as you know, really wanting the thing to happen. The fans demanded it, so when it finally happened, it was like, yes! That was good, yeah.
So you have this long time away from each other, at least with regard to this movie. Tell us about what it was like getting back kind of in the saddle as Shooter McGavin, getting the old muscles going again, feeling it again.
While we're doing that, you putt, Joe. You're
okay. Let me go.
Shooter slipped into those shoes pretty easy. Yeah, the spikes fit me just fine. And I got to tell you, it was such a... Look at this, Joe!
Oh.
Never leave it short. That's smart.
Hey, a little too aggressive. But, you know, aside from, you know, this movie, aside from being a true pro, you know, do this movie, it was a family affair.
Family affair. Adam had his two daughters.
Adam's daughters were in it.
And his wife.
Daughter was in it.
Yes, and my daughter Rosie was in it. I
bad.
just asked him, I said, hey, Adam, what do you think someone's going to, come in for this shot? He goes, yeah, it's a good idea. Sure, let's do it. And I thought... And Tim Hurley, the other writer as well,
yeah.
Just the nicest people in the world, and his kids were in it too. So it's a lot of heart in this movie. So that's what I loved about it too. Get there.
Oh, I got ripped off.
You were robbed.
I got robbed. That is the truth. So it's definitely a family affair.
Definitely family. And the movie has a lot of heart. Julie Bowen was so amazing in it. She's amazing in life, and she's amazing in the show. She plays, of course, his wife, and she's the heart of the movie. She really brings all kinds of good stuff into it. Adam is the absolute best. He's the
Adam's Adam.
He's amazing. Yeah, but this whole thing has been crazy with this PR from Netflix. Thank you, Netflix.
But I would imagine for this character that you played, first of all, there's no way 30 years ago you could have known that you'd be answering for this character for the next 30 years, because I would imagine everywhere you go, you're getting Shooter McGavin, you know, put the guns up, all that.
Exactly.
But I mean now, so yeah. But you just click right into it.
Yeah.
But did you know that it was a special role? It was going to be something, or is it just kind of?
I don't think anybody, Joe, knows anything until it comes out. It made about 42 million something when it came out. Then it went to television. Game changer.
Yep.
People watched it, sit down, it became multi-generational. Your grandparents watching it with their kids. It's on. Let's just sit down and watch it, no matter what part of the movie it was in. So that part was fantastic. And then Adam has an amazing career and an amazing deal at Netflix, and he's done tons of movies there. But everybody was pushing, let's do another one. And then it finally happened, so.
I can imagine you can't go through an airport without somebody coming up to you and asking you to give him a little Shooter McGavin.
Neither can you, but at the same time, it's kind of like
this. But you've been busy in other regard too. Hats. Season 5, man. What is your best prediction for you and Jean Smart's character?
In a perfect world, Jean Smart and I would go off into the sunset together, arm in arm, because she's amazing in the show. Hannah Einbinder's amazing. Our writers, Jen Statsky, Paul and Lucia Downs, oh my God, just so good and such great writing that it's a joy to be part of, and I feel blessed many times over.
And it's funny looking at that clip of you two are playing golf, actually. So I have one quick question.
Yeah.
A lot of cameos in Happy Gilmore 2, a lot of them. Who's the best actor when it comes to all of the golfers?
I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce.
He's not a golfer.
Well, he's in this, and actually he's pretty good in life.
No, but I mean the pro golfers.
Oh, the pro golfers? Rory's pretty funny. I got to tell you, we were blessed with great cameos. Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler came through. He's got a button on the end of the movie that's so funny.
Did you have to hit any shots in front of those guys?
Thankfully, no.
I mean,
I watched them all
pressure.
hit. I mean, talk about pressure. But I saw all these guys lining up. I was trying to, it's not a spoiler, but they're all out there hitting the balls, and they're monster shots. Like, phew! I'm like, I just stand back and went, "Your guys are great. Awesome. Keep it up. You do you."
It's a different game. It makes you realize that, we all love to play.
Yeah.
But you watch these guys and realize we're just kind of hacked.
It's another planet they're on. I mean, it's crazy how good they are. And steady, and every other week they've got another tournament.
Yeah.
It's a rough life, but at the same time, they're all pals when you're working with them. And then on come Thursday to Sunday, get out of my way. I got this.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
They get the Shooter McGavin, mindset, man.
Exactly. You got to have it.
It's always great, man. You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you
We
for
love
doing
having
it
you here.
again.
And we got to
That's
tell
awesome.
you guys at home once again, Happy Gilmore 2 premieres Friday on Netflix. Make sure you check that out.
Coming up right here on the couch, Mariana Van Zeller is here to talk about, boy, is this an Emmy-winning show. Trafficked.
It's unbelievable. Mariana gets up close and personal with everyone, from scammers to street racers to cartels. You'll hear about it next. Do not miss it. And we're back now with Peabody-winning journalist Mariana Van Zeller. She is the host and executive producer of the Emmy Award-winning investigative series Trafficked, where she takes viewers inside global criminal enterprises. Just unbelievable. Welcome to GMA.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really in awe of the journalism that you've been able to create. And by the way, congratulations. This year, the most nominated unscripted series ever, with 29 news and documentary Emmy nods.
Give it up.
Come on.
Thank you.
Look at that. You need somebody along just to handle them all. All right. Now, this takes a lot of planning, and we were talking about it during the break. It isn't like you can just walk in and do these stories. So how do you know what topics you're going to tackle?
The topics depends. You think we're on season 5 of Trafficked, and you think that black markets, they're finite. People will always worry, but how many more subjects are there out there? You'd be surprised. I have a long list of subjects that you still want to cover.
You still have dreams?
I still have, yes, I do. It's black markets, and these black and gray markets actually make up for 38% of the global economy. It's what economists call the hidden third.
Wow.
And they affect all of us on our daily lives. So we are a show that's uniquely devoted to gaining access to these crazy worlds.
And for example, you have an episode where you explore the underground world of street racing, and I would love to know how you infiltrate into this world. It's not legal, and yet you somehow gain their trust, and
with the camera,
and they allow you to see their world. How do you do it?
Yeah, it is the hardest part of our jobs. We spend months, sometimes even years, trying to gain access. And I think at the end of the day, there's ego, right? People want to boast about what they do, but then there's also wanting to be understood. We tell everybody when we approach them, I'm here with empathy. I'm not here with judgment. I'm trying to understand why you do what you do.
All right, we want to see what you do. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Before the race, the cars need to warm up the tires and test the traction.
Okay, so that's called the burnout. And now it's time to go. Now the race starts.
That's just blocks away from where we are now, yet I have no idea that world exists. Right. So, I know you have to be strategized and planned. Have you ever really felt, did plans go awry? Have you felt fear for your life?
Yes, I've been in shootouts in Sinaloa with the Sinaloa cartel. I've been stuck in a military coup in Niger. One of the things we say is that we always try to plan as much as possible to try to minimize risk. But as Mike Tyson would tell you, plans are nice until you get punched in the face.
I mean, that really says it all. That's very descriptive.
Whoa.
You mentioned that you have a wish list. Your wish list is different than most people's, because you're wanting to infiltrate these very scary situations. What's at the top of the list? What would you love to get to?
That I haven't infiltrated yet.
Right, exactly.
We're really good at what we do. So we've actually been able, I have an incredible team. We've actually been able, again, it can take years, but this season alone, we have stories about the rehab scams, about shark hunters, about Cartel USA, the presence of the cartel here in the U.S. And all of these, again, take months or years to gain access to. But I still have a long list of places and worlds that we want to explore.
So look for at least 5 more seasons.
I hope so.
Yeah, we do
we
too.
hope so too.
We do too.
Thank
You really
you.
expose a world that many of us have never seen before and educate us so much on all of this.
Thank
Be
you,
safe,
guys.
please,
Thank
because we
you.
want you back. It's
Yeah.
such a
So
pleasure
much.
talking to you.
Wonderful to meet you. I think we both really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
even behind
you
the camera
should come on my
counter.
next adventure if you want.
Lara should come on your next adventure. It's what I was just saying. Traffic with Mariana Van Zeller.
And Lara
Airs
Spencer, apparently.
Saturday, 9, 8 Central on National Geographic, and streams that very next day on Hulu and Hulu on
It is
Disney+.
so good.
Yeah, it is really good. Don't miss it.
We're looking forward to the Fantastic Four tomorrow. We have a Fantastic Five on the couch right now. That's right.
Yeah.
We want to thank you all for watching, everybody.
Have a great day.
See you tomorrow.